Shiba, how to get out of survival mode. Man, I'll tell you, it takes some time. It's a process, honey. Here's how you get out of survival mode. I did that, so I can speak to it. Um, survival mode now is harder than it ever was. It's always hard. You know, if you're a caveman, you got to survive. If you can't find any food, you starve to death. In the winter, if you couldn't get warm, you freeze to death. But nowadays, because of the way they have social media and the internet, they're able to program all everybody to literally um, they can't see the conscious. They've programmed things in such a way that your consciousness and your brain, your reticular activating center, is seeing what you don't have, what it isn't working, and focused on things you have no control over. And it if you have a, let's say your total energy is 10, means 100%, you've only got about 20 or 30% energy left for to actually rise up and out. This is why this question leads why I'm doing mentoring now. Mentoring is a whole other new division of my depth healing approach for you, because this kind of question, you need my mentorship. We can't just do it. Couldn't just answer this right now because it's on many levels. But you need to have a strategy. You need the consciousness. We have to remove the cognitive dissonance that blocks you, and we have to raise consciousness up. Always remember, depth healing is always raises your consciousness. Whether you notice it initially or not doesn't make any difference. It's always raising because the neural nets in your brain and the negatives that are removed are always raising your frequency. Always. It cannot be otherwise. So how to get out of survival mode right now, Sheba? The thing to do is what I mentioned earlier. If you haven't already, get out a lot of paper and a pen. Get some private time where there's no disturbances at all. And this may take you days. I've done this sometimes 5 6 days in a row. And you start to identify your values. You got to really get down to the very core values. Each area of your life, every area you can think of or identify. And then you set yourself the goal. I'm going to make everything in that area that I do, that I live, the way I work, everything, the way I dress, everything is going to be congruent with those values in that area. That will start to give you flow. That'll give you power. And then that will lift you up and you start to climb. And then the other thing is, just like a map, people will say to me, where do you live? I'm in Pattaya, and I always say, I don't know. Because I don't know. I don't know the map of Pattaya. So I have a GPS, and the GPS, just the cab takes me to this hotel, but I don't know where the hell it is. Just I know it's in Pattaya. You have to know where you want to go. And if you to know where you want to go, you have to know where you are. That kind of map I know very well. So set yourself, identify very clearly. That's why the value system will give you qualitatively who you want to be, how you want to live. Then, once that's set, look at the reverse. Where are you? Or not necessarily the reverse, but where are you relative to that ideal? The values are your ideal. Now you can start to apply your energy. And if you do that, that's what I did, especially in 2015. I began when I arrived in Thailand on April in 2015. And honest to God, it really, really works. But remember, I had all my help. I've done decades of clearing cognitive dissonance, in invoking the divine, receiving grace, having dikshas. You have it, the process of life is a beautiful thing. That's why we came to earth. That's why we're here, to engage this process called life. And when we die, then we have to engage that process. Nothing ends. So it's not a thing. I don't consider life as things. It's all process. Okay, and by all means, engage me in the mentorship. The mentorship now, folks, is available since February, beginning of this February, this month, and you just get a hold of me, and I will be your personal guide, and we'll, whatever it is, we'll take it on. Okay.